Buyers right now have so many more houses, townhouses, and condos to choose from on the market. There are so many more homes to choose from this time this year than this time last year, which just makes it a really nice market to navigate. It's just not stressful or high-strung like the market has been the last couple of years. There's not this kind of panicked, frenzied energy in the market. It's a nice market right now to buy in. And I'm never going to tell you that now is the best time to buy, because it really depends on your own personal circumstances. If now is a good time for you to buy in your life, you've got a pre-approval, you feel confident about that decision for yourself or for your family moving forward, then this is a nice market to buy in. You have, just a lot of options and a lot of time to make decisions and find the property that really ticks your boxes. If you're a seller right now, we are going into the summer, so we're likely gonna see activity levels slow down just a bit, but the buyers that are out there and still shopping are likely gonna be more motivated and a little bit more serious to try and be into a new home, perhaps by the start of the school year in the fall. There are a lot of condos on the market right now downtown, largely due to people selling off places that they had purchased for Airbnb that are no longer Airbnb-able. There are some investor buyers getting out of the market, so there's a lot of condos for sale downtown right now, and I think there's a lot of opportunity if you are a buyer and you are keen to get into the downtown market. I feel like right now is your window. There's a lot to choose from, and chances are you'll have a good stance when it comes to negotiation. Downtown can definitely get a bit of a bad rap. I know some people are like, I would never live downtown. It definitely has gotten a little bit rougher around the edges since COVID, so I get that. But I used to live down on Broughton Street, across from the YMCA in the Escher building by Shard, and I miss it all the time. I absolutely loved living downtown. It does depend what street you're on, but there are some really great areas, kind of more on the outskirts of downtown or right downtown, where you've got that great walkability. You kind of feel really connected to the city. And I recently sold a couple of condos downtown in such an incredible building right on the water. I think that lifestyle that area affords, you can hop into Chinatown or hop over to Vic West for your sunset walks. That there's some great things about downtown. Also, if you're a buyer and you're open to the idea of heading out to the West Shore, there's a lot of opportunity out that way as well. Bear Mountain, Royal Bay, there are more listings on the market right now. They are sitting a little bit longer. So, you kind of have an upper hand in a lot of these situations. If you're a seller right now in any of these markets where it's a little bit more saturated and a little bit more competitive, as always, pricing is going to be really key, and making that really great first impression when you hit the market with a great marketing strategy, great pricing strategy, and just going in and making that fantastic first impression is everything. I think something that our market is really lacking here is really quality townhouses. They have some great townhouse options if you head out to the West Shore or Royal Bay or parts of Langford. There's some better townhouse options, but I feel like in the Victoria core areas, we really don't have these great townhouse options like we see in Vancouver that have these little bits of yard space that are big enough to actually house your family very comfortably, with maybe 3 bedrooms and a den and an extra rec room. It's few and far between for townhouses here. So I wish that was something that we could see come to fruition a little bit more, or be built more. A lot of you guys know that we have been working on our back deck. So this is, you can see it back here. It's not done yet, but this is where we're at with it. And I think that neighborhoods like East Saanich have become increasingly popular because Affordability is such an issue with where mortgage rates are at right now, and people have been priced out of some of these more premium neighborhoods like Fairfield and Oak Bay, and I think East Saanich is such a great option that has so much to offer, and the price points really are so much more affordable if you are still keen to be in the Victoria core areas. Some of my favorite areas in East Saanich, I love Camosun, I love the Jubilee area, I love Cedar Hill, I love Gordon Head. I grew up in Gordon Head. I feel like some pockets of Gordon Head can be a little bit tired, but then there's some really great pockets that feel a little bit more vibrant with some newer housing, great access to beaches. I love right into kind of the Mount Doug area, even though some of those lots can be a little bit more shaded. I love to hike Mount Doug, so the idea of having that in my back garden, I just love that. And then I'm seeing just more complex deals being put together in the market right now. Because properties are sitting a little bit longer, buyers have a little bit more room to get creative with how they're potentially going to purchase that property, with perhaps writing a subject to sale offer or having a longer completion date or things like that. There's just some creative deals that are coming together right now, which is great because it gives sellers more opportunities as well to get creative on how they're going to transition to their next property. Because I think a part of why we've seen low inventory for the last couple of years is because sellers didn't want to sell their house because they didn't really have anything to choose from or to go to. So they didn't want to list. And now that there's so much more inventory for them to choose from, then sellers are more open to putting their house on the market. So it has created these more balanced market conditions, which overall is, I think, a really positive thing for everyone. And prices have remained fairly stable.